Encircling downtown Chicago and its traffic, skyscrapers, and millions of people, you'll find a ring of parks nearly as old as the city itself. The 9 parks, known as the Emerald Necklace, are strung together by wide boulevards. And several of these green jewels, Humboldt, Douglas, and Garfield parks, border on 5 low-income neighborhoods that are part of the Healthy Kids, Healthy Communities initiative. Our focus is Humboldt Park and its neighborhood, at the northern end of the necklace. With its paths for walking and biking and its wide-open green spaces for playing, you'd think the 207-acre park would be an oasis for the community it's meant to serve. The problem is that Humboldt Park, just like its counterparts, has become cut off from its neighborhood. When you hear Humboldt Park's story, you're hearing the story of Garfield and Douglas Parks too. All 3 neighborhoods are close-knit, working-class, multi-ethnic communities. Like many inner-city neighborhoods, they suffer more deeply the ills of the nation. And this is especially true when it comes to the health of their children.
In Humboldt Park, the Sinai Urban Health Institute found that among children between the ages of 2 and 12, the obesity rate was hovering close to 50%.
50%. The national rate doesn't even reach 20%.
Good morning.
City and community leaders have zeroed in on the problem.
My name is Dr. Dan Hibbler. I'm the Chief Program Officer for the Chicago Park District.
Part of what we need to do is change the culture of eating and the culture of fitness and the culture of activity.
The Healthy Kids, Healthy Communities Partnership sees the park as a natural antidote, an environment that supports a culture of healthy eating and active living.
We want to connect people to the parks and the system and offer them safe places to be physically active.
In fact, Healthy Kids, Healthy Communities Chicago wants all of the parks in the Emerald Necklace to be safe and secure from crime so that they can play a key role in improving the health and quality of life in each of their neighborhoods. But many residents don't go to the parks because the trip is simply too dangerous, especially for kids. Here's the problem. With 4 lanes of traffic barreling through at speeds of up to 60 miles an hour, those wide boulevards too often act as barricades, isolating Humboldt Park.
We're standing on the intersection of North Avenue and California in Humboldt Park. And we have, in Humboldt Park alone, between 2005 and 2007, about 161 crashes that involved a car and a pedestrian or a car and a bicyclist.
I gotta be real careful with my kids when I'm crossing the street because sometimes they don't give you a break. They just fly past and they don't let you cross.
Simple things like making a crosswalk light a little bit longer, maybe adding 10 seconds can really mean the difference between being able to cross the street safely and having to run across the street.
Safe roads, pedestrian pathways, and access to bicycle lanes are essential changes if the community is to reclaim its park and move toward a more healthy and active lifestyle. Another challenge, changing the food choices available to neighborhood residents. And again, the park can contribute to a solution.
We might consider this area a food desert. And that means that we're filling our children with food, but we're not giving them enough nutrition.
There's plenty of processed food at these corner stores in Humboldt Park, just not enough healthy food. And there aren't nearly enough supermarkets in the neighborhood.
The grocery stores that we have do not sell fresh fruits and vegetables, and so for them there's a profit loss. There's no gain in selling that, so they don't bother stocking it.
Not enough fresh, healthy food for residents? The park provides one possible answer in its abundant open space. Healthy Kids, Healthy Communities envisions a community garden where people can actually grow their own vegetables.
The edible gardens are very important because you engage the community in resolving our own food problem.
Watermelon.
If children have the opportunity to grow their own vegetables, if they see that seed growing up, they are going to want to eat that. They want to try it out themselves.
And what about the food that's found in the park right now? There's certainly plenty of it, but little that's nutritious. All around the park's perimeter are vendors who make their living serving up hot plates.
Much of the food that we consume comes from little kioscos that are foods prepared on site. And so the food that they serve is fried food, it's high in fat, and it's not good for one.
Anything else?
So this is what a healthy lunch looks like, about 500 calories. But if you eat in or around the park, you're gonna triple your calorie intake.
From a policy standpoint, we want to do everything that we can to provide services that are going to help kids to get moving and to eat healthy.
Creating space for physical activity, improving options for healthy food are key objectives.
We have to teach children how to move their bodies and have an active lifestyle.
And if that means closing off those boulevards around the park at least once a year, bring residents out to exercise and play, so be it.
The parks provide spaces where people can socialize and spend time with family and friends, and that's part of getting people physically active is you don't always have to know you're being physically active. It should be fun, and you should be doing it with family and friends.
The Healthy Kids, Healthy Communities vision that a reclaimed park can be a catalyst for policies that support and encourage healthy eating and active living will be tested in the months ahead. The challenges are significant, but so is the potential, and so is the hope that a community that takes back its park will give back health to its children.